are going to have our corn done, and we will have, look here, I can't remember, 100 acres? Basically 80 acres of beans left. That's it.
Nice.
Be done. Right there. Corn is done for 2024.
Yay. And it is 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock in the morning. We got it done. Okay guys, that's a wrap on today. It's 1:45 in the morning. And morning guys. So that was a pretty short night. We thought we were gonna sleep in today. Then I woke up at, I think we went to bed at 2:30. I woke up at 7 and mind starts spinning and you know you're not going to get back to sleep. So anyway, I ran to the dealership and got some parts for that bean planter, and we were, well, just before we left the house it started sprinkling. So I was hoping to come out here and get that last 80 acres of soybeans planted, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen this morning, so we'll see. So Pat's got a seed sensor on row number 5 that's been giving him fits. So I got a new seed sensor and an extra closing wheel because we used our last one yesterday off the shelf. So anyway, we can at least work on the planter and have it ready to go. But yeah, this is starting to rain just a little bit harder than we're going to need. Some sunshine. Even if it's shut off right now, we're going to need some sunshine and some wind to get it dried back off. So anyway, 80 acres of beans left. Sure would be nice to have it done so we can not worry about it, not think about it, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen this morning. So we'll see what happens. We'll at least get the planter ready and go from there. Okay, so pulling the gauge wheels off. I think we should have a pin. This is my guess. Should be a pin back in here that holds that seed tube in place. In order to get to it, I've got this loose. Got to pull all this off to get to it, I think. Who knows? Just a YouTube mechanic, you know, so I do not have any proper training, but we'll see. We should be able to figure it out. Even YouTube mechanics can get things done.
How's your progress?
I'm getting there. So I was wrong. Maybe that's the John Deere that has that pin that holds it in. No. What is holding that seed tube in? Who knows? Maybe I didn't need to do all this. Good help is hard to find, that's all I can say. How far does this wire go? Okay, here it is. Then I had my safety glasses on, huh?
Yeah.
I think I found the problem.
Oh.
Bird pooped on it.
Oh. Wow.
That's why it's not working. The bird pooped on it. Huh.
Seriously.
Isn't that something? Okay, there's the wires for the old one. Oh, it just lifts out. Here you go.
So we've determined that this tractor and planter sat outside for a little bit.
It did when it was at the other farm and Pat got rained out.
And so the birds had a heyday on it.
Yeah, they did. They sure did. Oh. That's not getting all dirty first thing in the morning, huh?
Right?
Need some.
Go juice.
Need some go juice. All right, new one. Okay, look at there. That looks like there should be a pin. Why is there no pin?
Ah. This one has a pin. It's like coming out. This one doesn't have a pin.
I thought.
That one has a pin.
We weren't totally crazy. I thought it had a pin. The pin just happens to be missing. And the pin is missing on...
That's interesting.
So, we'll have to get some more pins. Wow. Okay. Alright, well, I guess I am crazy. But I'm not as crazy as maybe I thought I was about 20 minutes ago.
Well, when you work on two different planners, and you're like, now which one does this?
Yep. Okay, that's tight. Going to check fields. The rain stopped, the sun came out, and we're going to go see what the field looks like. I guess we should check the radar too and see if we got anything else coming our way, but check that out too and see. Really like to get these 80 acres of soybeans planted today, and then we're done. So that's what's happening right now. So here's one of the waterways that we seeded. So looks like everything's growing really nice. So that's looking good anyway. So if you can see, I mean, this is not anything you would want to work up, but we could potentially plant it. Since we're gonna no-till it, we would not be tearing this. I mean, we're not disking or field cultivating or anything like that. So I don't know, it's borderline. We'll check the rest of the field and see how it goes. I know down here along the waterway, we're probably gonna find a spot that we can't do, but even if we could get all but 10 acres done, then whenever it dries out, you get 10 acres to do. You know, if you got a short window, you can get it done. Right here, if you look, if Kimberly puts that out the window. So it looks a lot drier here. So I mean, I think we can come over and say if we got half of it knocked out, if we got 40 acres done, then we're down to 40. But you can kind of see these low spots. Yeah, we'd be able to go through this. There's no standing water or anything. You can tell it's a little moist underneath, but it would go. Like I said, we're not ideal conditions right now, but we've got like a chance of rain a couple days in a row, and then one day off, and then another chance of rain. So we potentially could be out of the field for another week if we don't get this done. Across there is the corn we planted last night. So the thing about planting in the dark is you never sometimes you're watching behind your planter to see if you've got something stuck or not working right, but everything looks nice and smooth and clean, and so thankfully everything worked good. So anyway. But this was a broken tile. A lot of this waterway was wet last year and we fixed it. So major improvement. There's no way we would have been able to, it would have looked like this last year. There'd been standing water in that waterway. So this was pretty wet 2 days ago. So this dried pretty good yesterday. This is where I was concerned that there was probably going to be some, maybe even some water standing, but there is not. So I think we can probably go get the planter and get it over here. Hi Bob, how's it going?
Oh, going all right here.
Good. Hey, question for you. I took over in the bean planter and I don't see any paperwork in the seed tender or the pickup. What do we got on this seed tender?
25A16.
Okay, is that what we're finishing up everything with?
Yep,
Apparently.
Yep, we're finishing everything up with.
Okay, sounds good.
Alright.
Corn's done. We used 1 bag of those 6. We'll bring you the other 5 back.
Oh, that's cool.
All right.
Good.
Thanks, Bob.
See ya.
Bye. All right, so it's the same bean that's in there, so we don't have to worry about that being completely empty. We like to keep our seed varieties separated. You know, when you're going from one to the other, you're not gonna 100% be able to have this plant unless you specifically take it back to the shop and suck all the seed out of it and clean it out. That's the only way you'd have that done. But you just kind of flow into the next one, but you try and have it as low as possible. So anyway, I guess we should see what's in the inoculant injector thingamajig. Dubasary. So we've been planting corn. So Pat's been doing beans. So that's why I'm kind of look like I don't know what's going on, because I don't know what's going on. So anyway, I'm just trying to get this last field finished up. Pat's got to work today. He was in training all last week. So he had to go to work today. So we're going to try and get this last field done, and then planting will be done for this year. So if everything hangs together, Lord willing, we'll be done today.
The reason why he ran the conveyor to the ground is because the mud flaps on the pickup kick up rocks on the gravel road and they land in the hopper, and we do not want that to go into the planter. That would be bad.
right, so a little update in the tractor as I'm getting to the end. Perfect timing. So you see the screens we're running. That's the field we're working on. We got just under 55 acres to go. This is the monitor for the planter. This is the monitor in the tractor. And we'll turn around here. Using auto steer, that's nice. This tractor had, last couple years was having issues with the auto steer and it really wasn't working the best. We did finally figure out the issue and got it resolved, and it has been working great. So that's really nice in no-till, especially once it gets dark. Pat was having a hard time seeing his marker after dark, so he'd have to quit. So, which isn't always a bad thing, but anyway, we got 54.7 acres. This thing claims we're doing 31 acres an hour, but that considers straight line. That doesn't figure slowing down, lifting for waterways, turning around, or any of that. So realistically, we're probably getting 22, 23 acres an hour done. So we've got at least 3 hours here yet. We've got, not sure whose den that was, but we just kind of ran over it. So anyway, we got a little compound here. There's another one over there that we ran through. So
We did see a small fox earlier, so not sure if those are fox dens or what they are.
Right, yeah, over in that waterway, we were doing the edge and we kicked up a fox. So as you can see, I have my co-pilot here with me as usual. So normally, she's normally here with me. So unless sometimes she gets tired of me and she has more important things to do. So anyway,
we had lunch and now we're just like coasting through this afternoon, hopefully.
Yep.
Show the clouds.
Hopefully 3 more hours. Yeah, we've got quite a few clouds coming in from the south, so I don't know if we'll get 3 hours out of this or not, but I did bump my speed up a little bit, and as long as your planter, you know, you don't want them planter boxes really bouncing up out of the ground or anything like that. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of a bounce because you're going across rows no-tilling, but anyway, we're trying to get this done before the next rain, so we'll check in again later. But that's not the entire field. I got to do all this too, the whole field. It's just kind of it's 80 acres, but it's just kind of a weird shaped field. So this was the driest, so I'm working on this right now, and then we'll go, there were some wetter spots in that. After we get this done, we'll go over there and finish it up. So anyway, you guys are now up to date. We found the fox again. It's up here running up here in front of, he just turned around and looked at us. So one of these dens out here must belong to that fox. Because this is the direction it ran when we kicked it up out of the waterway, so he thinks we're chasing it. We're just on auto steer, little buddy. There he goes. There you can see him better in that lighter colored stalks.
So he's got to be a part of the compound.
Part of the compound for sure.
Half done.
Yep. All right, had to stop in the middle of the field. We don't like to do that because once your seed's flowing and everything, you like to keep it going until you get to the end. But somebody left us a balloon. What is it? Is it happy birthday? Happy birthday balloon. Still got the string and everything on it. That's kind of nice. Looky. That's cool. This one probably got away accidentally, but we've seen where people release balloons on purpose. This is where they end up, folks. Out in the fields. They come down eventually, so it's basically littering. Like I say, this one was obviously a happy birthday, probably accidentally got away, I'm guessing. And a lot of them do. But anyway, go ahead.
I was just going to say, this could really get wrapped around
Right. So anyway, the people that release balloons in honor of their loved ones, there's a lot better ways to honor your loved ones than to litter, basically. Public service announcement for the day. Thank you for listening. Another update. So the rain's getting closer. We're down to 17.2 acres. There's the map of the field that we're in. Sorry, we're trying to cross the waterway right now. So got some kombucha. Drinking some kombucha. I'm sure most people drink their kombucha while they're planting beans, don't they? Probably not. So anyway, if I zoom in here, there we are, going across the field. 17.1 acres left. We'll see. We got, what could mess us up is if we don't have enough beans to finish. I've got Amy heading into town, taking the 5 extra bags of seed corn in, returning those, and then picking up half a dozen bags of beans. I think we're going to be close on this. Well, we might have enough in the planter, but I'm not sure. I want to have it here so that, you know, we don't have to make a 30-minute round trip to town to get 3 bags of seed and then we get rained out. So that would not be good. So it's always good to have the seed on hand, and the seed dealer's good about that. He's like, take it, whatever you don't use, bring it back. So that's always nice when you're trying to finish up, especially when rain's coming. So anyway,
so we're drinking our kombucha and we're singing 80s songs to stay awake, and
we'll be planting all night long. Not tonight. Last night we did.
Yeah. All night long.
Yep. We've only had 4.5 hours of sleep, so we are acting like we've only had 4.5 hours of sleep. So anyway, yeah, hopefully we're gonna get this done today, get the planting done, and we can move on to other things. So we got a lot of stuff to do out at the airport yet. I've just been putting a lot of that stuff on hold, trying to focus on the farming, and then we'll have seed tenders to clean up, planters to clean up when we get done. But that can just be, you know, we can work 4 or 5 hours a day, whatever we want to do. We can kind of do that as we see fit. But we also got to get the hay equipment ready, because with all the rain we've had, these waterways are growing like crazy, and that's where Austin gets all of his grass hay bales for his cows, for his 12 or 15 head of cow, whatever he has. So anyway, the waterways are basically at the point already where they can be mowed. But obviously you don't want to, we're not going to mow anything this week because there's so much rain in the forecast that you don't want to mow it down and then have it get rained on 2, 3, 4 times. So anyway, it's kind of an update on what's going on and what would be coming up in the future. I've got a flight lesson scheduled for this coming Friday. Today is Monday. Today's Monday. So this Friday, that's what happens when you get retired. You lose, when you're retired, quote unquote retired, you lose track of days. So basically when you work every day, you lose track of days. So every day is kind of the same. But so yeah, Friday I've got my biennial flight review scheduled, and then we'll start working on my instrument proficiency check. So like I say, I want to fly with him several times to get consistent or get more comfortable with the instrument flying and flying in actual conditions. I'm just looking across, it almost looks like we got, I don't know if that's haze or if that's rain moving this way. 15.5 acres left. Let's see if we can get it knocked out. Cheers. We got 10.8 acres left in here. We got rained out. So this farm got 38 100ths, just short of 4/10 of an inch of rain the other day. Mile and a half down the road to 2 miles, got nothing. So pretty much everywhere other than this 2-mile circle, everybody's farming. We got 10.8 acres left. And this field is not going to go today. Pretty moist yet. Pretty muddy. So we'll see. We'll see if we got a pretty good wind right now, as you can probably hear. Sun's trying to break out a little bit. If that would happen, this field would go tomorrow. There's not supposed to be a chance of rain tonight. I think it's tomorrow night, so hopefully by tomorrow evening, we'll be done. So what better thing to do when your last 10 acres, 10.8 acres to plant is too wet? How about we go pick up rocks?
Might as well.
Yay! I know we don't have them as bad as a lot of people do, but we have plenty. Those could cause a lot of damage. We've got some trees to cut out of fence rows, stuff like that. There's Gracie. Gracie wants to sniff the rock. So yeah, Gracie's helping, so. Shut the radio off. Okay. So 10.8 acres left. Well, it says 10.3 now, so we're making progress. We did half an acre so far. So, it's still a little bit tacky. Mostly 90% dry on top. So, but we're gonna get it done. Of course, more rain's on the way. So we're gonna plant our last 10.8 acres and get done for 2024. So this is it. This is all we've got left to do. And then lift for the waterway. Well, I told it to lift, but it didn't. So it planted through. Anyway, whatever. Technology. Gotta love it. So yeah, I think I've explained that before, the swath control. But on this tractor, basically the swath control on this tractor and planter, how it works is, if you have something that you already planted, it won't replant it. So like if you have point rows, you won't have a lot of wasted seed. But like on our waterways, we've got to outline them, and then you plant into what you already planted and then lift over the waterway. So the corn planter doesn't do that because it's got all the, and this has maps in it too, but for some reason that doesn't communicate with that and all that fun stuff. So anyway, it is what it is, but that's called swath control. And now it's working. See, I lifted it, so now it's not gonna plant in the waterway. But now I can put it down because I've got one complete round around that waterway. So anyway, I don't know if that makes any sense or not, but you can kind of see where I went through the waterway that time. And anyway, yeah, it's kind of, I don't know. It is what it is. So that's what we're doing. We are down to 9.6 acres. It's going to take us longer to get stuff out of the shed and get it moved over here than it is to actually plant it. But the benefit of being able to plant today is it's kind of cleaning up the planter, because when we finished up the other day, a couple days ago, 2-3 days ago, it was just pouring here like crazy, and needless to say, there was some mud on the planter. There still will be some mud on the planter, but all the coulters and disc openers and gauge wheels and all that stuff's going to be cleaned off now. So, because like I say, we're easily 90% dry on top. It's just tacky underneath. This is nothing. You would definitely not be working this ground with a field cultivator or disc or anything like that. So we're just taking advantage of the dry on top, and we're going to get this planted. And I don't know what time it is, but we're hopefully, what time is it?
11:30.
11:30. We're going to be done by noon on the May 15th. So anyway, could have been done a couple days ago, but that's all right. We're getting it done. We're getting moisture. So hopefully the moisture will continue through the growing season, and we'll have a bumper crop, and we'll see how it goes. We'll catch you guys in a bit when we get close to being done. Alright, we got about an acre left, and we got one bag left here. We are running out again. Let's see how this side is. Throw that bag in over there and get this. That'll get us there?
Hopefully just the one bag.
We'll see. Got about three acres left. All right, guys, we got just, maybe this one pass will finish us up. We got just part of the planter planting here on this little part. but then you see we got a little, it veers off, goes the other direction. So I believe this is our last pass and we're done. So the computer says we're done already, but we're not. We got a little bit left. So it was off by about maybe an acre, maybe 8/10 of an acre. So yeah, we got, you see this stuff hasn't been done yet right here, so it's gonna fill that in and we are going to be done. Got a row, 2 rows that just ran out. What I'll do is I'll just spin around and hit them with the other side of the planter that I know is full. So let's do that quick. Okay, we had 2 rows that ran out on us, so my swath control is off. I'm just going back through here this last little bit, and those rows have seed in them. So we're just making sure everything's planted and it's filling it in good. Besides that, the more seed we run out, the less we got to clean out when we get back home. So we are done.
Yay!
Planting for 2024 is done. And yes, Kimberly's here. She does not like to be in front of the camera. She prefers to be behind the camera.
Gracie's here.
Gracie's here. Gracie, are you glad we're done seeding, planting? Are you glad we're done planting? So I guess now we just sit around and do nothing till harvest, right? We can just sit in the recliner and you can sit on our laps. You look so tired. It's been rough on Gracie. That 18-hour day on Sunday. Yeah, she didn't get a whole lot of sleep that day, so she's still trying to catch up. So anyway, thanks for coming along with us, guys. We'll probably move into more aviation content now. We'll see. We got a lot of equipment cleanup to do here, so but anyway, I got a flight lesson this coming Friday. Gonna do my BFR and start working on my instrument proficiency, so I don't know if I'll record any of that or not, but anyway, we'll have some more aviation content coming up for you, I promise. All right, catch you guys later. All right, get this thing back home, and got 2 planters to clean out. We got 2 seed tenders to clean out, tractors to wash up, filters, air filters, cab filters to clean up. So anyway, we got a lot to do. Once again, farmers don't just sit around once the crops are planted. So there is a lot to get done. Rocks to pick up, trees to cut out of fence rows, equipment to clean, equipment to put away, move around. Let's see, I think we got a couple things left to do on the bean head to get that ready for harvest. Weeds to spray in the building sites, fence rows, waterways to mow. There's a long, long list. So anyway, we'll probably bring you guys along on some of that, but once again, we're going to try and get some aviation content going here. So anyway, there's a camera girl following. She had 6 bags of seed in there in case we needed it. We needed 2 of them. So anyway, we'll catch you guys later.